it's me, Tokkuri Yashi. How is everybody doing? Zako? Who are you calling a Zako? Today we're having a look at Fubuki, the little bratish Kusagaki who likes to call people a Zako, a bit of a small fry, and really doesn't really dress appropriately for a 12-year-old. So, if you would like to see my summons for this character, we did them yesterday. We had quite a lot of fun. We also did a lot of the Robot Wars story mini-game in that story event for the Bandit Sisters. So if you haven't already checked that out, then please do so. If you was already there watching, thank you very much. But anyway, back to this video. We're going to be having a look at Fubuki, her kits, and where she kind of sits into the game. So first of all, let's jump across and have a look at her banner. As you can see here, it's here till the 11th of November. Does this mean we're going to go back on some kind of what we would consider a normal timeline for banners this month? Sarasuri Saran probably coming with a unique equipment on the 11th and the 15th. You would expect Wakana, perhaps one of the other Bandit Sisters, as a permanent unit. Maybe though they will try and squeeze in Yamato as well, although she might be being held for a pre-fest, potentially the New Year's pre-fest at the end of December. So that is something to consider. As you can see here, she is a limited character, this Fubuki, so if you don't get her now with the masterpieces, she will return in 6 months' time. Then you don't get the masterpieces with her. So there is her banner. Let's jump over then and have a look at her kit, see what it actually does, if this Kusagaki can actually bring any kind of power to your team, or if we really just need to instill some manners into her. So that would be nicer to her sister. Anyway, we're going to start off here with her Union Burst. Now this greatly increases her physical attack power. In addition, deals heavy physical damage to all enemies in range. This will be centered on the one enemy character in front of you, the first enemy character in front of you. Moderately lowers their physical defense and stuns them. If the hit points is maximum, if Fubuki's hit points are maximum, damage of this skill will increase and will do additional single target damage to the enemy character with the lowest physical defense. So there we can see there, a 12.9k physical attack buff to herself. It's 2 times physical attack as physical AoE damage, 1000 range, 227 physical defense down to all enemies, a stun for 2.5 seconds, again 1000 range on that. If Fubuki's hit points are maximum, this AoE damage goes up to 4 times her physical attack, and she has a second instance at 4 times physical attack of single target damage to the lowest physical defense enemy. So there we go, that is her Union Burst. Let's jump on to her skill 1 here. So if we note from the Union Burst, Fubuki being at maximum health is crucial to her being optimal for her damage output. So this skill 1 here gives allied barrier to the first allied character other than yourself. So it's still a little bit early days as to exactly where this goes. I think it goes on to the tank, the character at the front of your team. If Fubuki is the first character she is tanking, then it will ignore Fubuki. There can be a little bit of shenanigans with positioning on your team, and this barrier might end up on somebody you didn't expect it to. Anyway, the character who gets the allied barrier on them will receive all of the damage that would have hit Fubuki instead. In addition, Fubuki will greatly increase her own physical attack power, physical crit hits, and physical crit damage, moderately recovers her own hit points, and slightly recovers her own TP. So this is a selfish character, fitting with her character in every description here. A very, very selfish character. As we can see, as we just got over, this allied barrier is 8 seconds, it lasts for 8 seconds. Should be, you would hope, put on the tank character has the best opportunity, the best chance of actually taking this additional damage. They will take all the damage that Fubuki would have been dealt instead. It's a 9.6k physical attack boost to herself, 150 physical crit rate, 7% extra physical crit damage, nearly 32,000 hit points healed. Again, this will help with keeping her at maximum health so that her Union Base and you will see her skill 2 can do the maximum damage. An 80 TP to self, not too bad, really. I do believe that this skill 1 is the first action that she performs when she enters battle. So let's look in here at her skill 2, which deals moderate physical damage to all enemy characters within range, centering on one enemy character in front of you. Reduces their physical defense by a small amount, and when their hit points are at maximum again, and she has got tools to try to keep that status of maximum hit points, the damage of this skill will increase. So we can see here that's a 1.4 times physical attack, that's physical damage to all enemies within 1,000 range, and 97 physical defense down, some more physical defense down here, along with other physical defense down that she gets in her Union Burst, I believe. If Fubuki is at maximum health, this damage jumps up to 2.8 times her physical attack as damage to enemies again with 1,000 range. If we just bring up Fubuki's loop pattern here, we can see it's not bad, it's not bad at all. Her skill 1 is the first action to be used. You'll get a little bit of TP. The heal really not necessarily as the first action, but it will allow her to be at maximum health straight away. Then when the loop starts, 3 out of the 4 actions are a skill. It's this skill 2 that is used the most though, which is a bit of damage and a bit of defense down. But a decent, I would say a pretty decent-ish looking attack pattern here. But is it conducive to certain modes in the game like PvP, or will she actually be better off in more of a multi-target boss in clan battle? So let's go over and try to chew down all of this information and see what we actually think of this Fubuki and how big is their priority to summon. Okay, so first I would like to show you this when we are reviewing Fubuki. This is the Scorpion boss that we fought in the last clan battle. And as you can see here, 200 million damage. Well, maybe you can, it's a little hard to see, but 200 million damage with Fubuki on this team against this Scorpion boss. If we're bringing this up here, this was the old best competition, the maximum damage we could get on this boss, 157 million with Muimi there on the team. Quite a substantial increase in damage against that Scorpion boss there with Fubuki on the team instead of the Muimi, which could point to potentially a good use in clan battle, a good use against multiple target bosses. So let's just send Fubuki and a team in against the multiple target boss. See how she's AoE. As we go and have a little talk over here, Kit, what exactly we think about this character. So we have Fubuki, this little Kusagaki, who is 12 by the way. If you might not believe it, but she is 12. You remember, bear that in mind. Anyway, her kit looks like it should be okay for PvP. I am not sure though if that will be the case. She's got stuns, she's got AoE damage. You would think PvP, but I think it's a little bit slow. It's not her first action. The first action is her skill 1. The stun is on the Union Burst. Damage is on her skill 2. Not the biggest. There are going to be characters out there that will outspeed her. What you want for PvP is really fast stun, really fast barrier, or really fast damage, and I don't think Fubuki has that unless it's a very specific team. If you got a very specific PvP team for her, then let us know in the comments. However, this kit could possibly work a little bit better in modes like Battle Stadium or Deep Quest, where a very fast stun is not as important, but it will keep a bit of pressure off of your characters, maybe allow you to win if you're maybe dying, taking a little bit of damage in places where you don't want to. As for Clown Battle, we've already seen that Scorpion boss there. She has raised the damage threshold for that Scorpion boss there, which does show that she may have potential in multiple target boss fight situations. Although her synergy with Muimi, and we're talking about Muimi because she was previously the highest, and potentially could still be the highest AoE physical character on the fire team, it's not great with her because Muimi wants to face tank. And if Muimi is face tanking with Fubuki on the team, she is likely to get that ally barrier on her and she will not really be able to handle all this extra damage. There are, however, a few other AoE physical options on the fire team. Some that are not used so much, like Ninon. Others, like Reno and Halloween Mimi, who has just been given a unique equipment too, that could potentially work well with Fubuki. Although having a Halloween Mimi on the team with Fubuki, the tank will be sweating a little bit. An ally barrier and a physical and magical defense debuff from Halloween Mimi could be a little bit scary. So, with Halloween Mimi, there we go. So Fubuki on the team with that ally barrier would be a little bit difficult. Potentially though, Wakana and Yamato are going to be released. We will really expect them to be released. They may be designed to work well with Fubuki. So in time, the value of this character might become more apparent. Initially, I didn't really think that this kit jumped off the page as a really good kit. But as we said, with the rest of the Bandit Sisters in the game, maybe it will all fall into place. So, if you want to invest in all the Bandit Sisters, which I think I will personally, that's the way I'm going about this game. But if not, then Mimi might still be able to, and Mimi maybe might still be able to be good enough to carry physical fire AoE damage crown. Now we've got 12 seconds left. Can we see the little allied barrier on Inori here? We've got Inori here. She is another okay physical. There it is, just there. This little character just there shows that she has got the ally barrier on her and she's taking all of Fubuki's damage. You know, like I said, he's okay on the physical AoE team. Not the highest damage dealer out there. Again, maybe more linked with PvP. But you can see the ally barrier on here as the furthest forward ally in front of Fubuki. So, let's have a look at the damage here. Fubuki doing the most damage here in this fight against this boss does show that she has got potential to be putting out a lot of damage, provided we can keep her health high. And if you'll notice in this battle at least, her health did stay pretty high. She does have a heal for herself. Running other characters like Nefi and Valentine Shizuru, potentially Sarasuri Saren, also help with keeping her health high, keeping her damage high as well. So there we go, that is the Kusagaki Fubuki, who really did mess about with my summoning stream. Let me know what you think about it. Good luck to everybody who is going to try to summon for her if you haven't done so already. Let me know what you think about her, if you were going to go for her, or if you're going to tell her, I don't like you, stop calling me a Zako. You're the one that's the Zako. So is she a Zako or not a Zako? Let me know. Thank you very much for watching. I am Tokkuri Yashi, and I will see you all again for the video. Bye 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 bye. Hey hey.